Hi guys, welcome back. As you can see from the schedule in the background, I've played a number of games since we last met. At the end of the last episode, we played the EFL Cup quarter-final against Tottenham. Since then, I've played a number of games. As you can see, we've only lost one from all the games after that, and that was Barcelona. It was a close game. They beat us 2-1. Paulo Dybala got the goal for us. But then we got a 5-3 win away at Southampton. Paul Pogba, Angel Correa with a brace, and a Jose Fonte own goal and a Paulo Dybala goal in that one. Then we beat Bournemouth 5-1. That was Barbosa, Correa, Rashford got 2 and Bailey. Then we beat Everton 4-0. Fred Depay got 2 and Correa. Unfortunately, Bailey got sent off in that game. Then we beat Sunderland 3-1, Martial, Sanchez and Depay. Then we beat Crystal Palace 5-1. Dybala, Pogba got 2, Depay and Mkhitaryan. Then we beat Norwich 3-0, Correa, Dybala and Rashford getting the goals in that one. Then we've had a 6-0 followed by a 5-0. In the 6-0, Dybala got a hat-trick, Correa got 2 and Mate came on in his return from injury and got a goal. And then we beat Brighton 5-0. Correa, Rashford got 2, Depay and Pogba. So as you can see, we're in a rich reign of form at the moment. We've got ourselves back to the top of the Premier League. We're 8 points clear now, which is exactly what I wanted. It's what we should have been doing at the start of the season. We're still in all the major competitions. Obviously, we won the Super Cup, we won the Community Shield, where we've got Ajax in the first knockout round of the Champions League. You'll see the first leg of that in a couple of episodes time, I believe. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, so it's down in February time, so it's probably, if not the next episode, it'll be the one after that. We've drawn Leyton Orient in the FA Cup and West Ham in the semi-final of the EFL Cup, of which you'll see the semi-finals first leg today. So the reason I've brought you this game today is because we're playing Arsenal, obviously. They're second in the league, we're top of the league. We could go even further clear, they could catch us up. I thought it was an important game, I'd like to bring you that game. I will then also, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to play the West Ham game offline, because I'd prefer to bring you the Chelsea game. So what I'll do is, I'll bring you Arsenal, I'll play West Ham offline, then I'll bring you Chelsea. Then I will end the episode, and we'll be back for probably Ajax and City. That's probably where we're looking at. I'd like to bring you the Champions League games from this part on, because I'd like to win the Champions League this season. So without further ado, I'll stop just talking at you, and I'll go and pick the team, and then we'll show you how we're going to line up against Arsenal. Also guys, I've just realised as I was picking the team, there's been some transfer dealings, so I'll quickly show you them before we get into the episode. A couple of players have gone out. Joel Pereira has left for £900,000 to West Bromwich Albion, and Phil Jones has left to Torino, 11.5 million. He wasn't playing. As you can see, he's not played a single game this year. He only played 11 times last year. Fosu Mensah's really stepped into that central defensive role. You'll see that in a moment, and he's really bossed it. Phil Jones hasn't had a look in, so I thought pointless keeping him. Sold him on for 11.5 million. We've also brought in, it's a bit controversial, you may have spotted his name. We've brought in Jack Wilshere. His contract was ending, so we signed him for 3.5 million. He's now valued at 11 million. He's only on £50,000 a week, so he's taken a £35,000 a week pay cut to join us. He's homegrown. His stats for an advanced playmaker are actually very good. 16 first touch, 16 technique, 15 passing, 17 vision, 17 teamwork. So he's actually quite good. And if we don't like him, he's going to be valued at a lot more than what I've paid for him. So in the summer, I can always sell him. So I thought it's a no-lose situation, really. So I brought him in. We'll see how he gets on. He's not played yet. Probably wait. I'll probably play him in the EFL Cup game. See how he gets on. So I'll quickly pick the team, and then we will get into the game against Arsenal. Right, guys. So this is how we're lining up today. De Gea starts in goal. Raphael, Bailey, Fosu Mensah and Luke Shaw at the back four. Look at them average ratings in the last 5 games for the back four. Raphael 8.36, Eric Bailey 8.24, Timothy Fosu Mensah 8.14, Luke Shaw 7.84. That's outrageous. I just simply can't change it because they're all playing too well. Smalling and Jimenez just can't get a look in because they're all Bailey and Fosu-Mensah are just playing too well. So then in midfield we've got Fred and Pogba. On the right, Mkhitaryan. On the left, Rashford. And Correa behind Dybala. Correa is the same again, 8.68 in the last 5 games. He just can't stop scoring. Mata just come back from injury, but he's going to struggle to get back into the team, to be honest, because Correa is playing fantastically well. On the bench we have Camacho, Willems, Sanchez, Jimenez, Depay, Barbosa and Mata. So let's get into this game against Arsenal. Very, very important game, and let's get the 3 points. So first highlight of the game, Raphael with a throw-in, gives it away to Santi Cazorla. That was poor. Firmino on the ball now. Firmino can run at the defence. Eric Bailly with a tackle. It's Otto now. Otto gets the ball across. Alexis Sanchez won the header, but it's gone out. Johnny was offside. I can only assume that's Otto. J. Otto. I can only assume that's Johnny. De Gea with a very, very poor goal kick, and Sanchez is in here. It's a good save from De Gea, but what on earth was he doing there? Needlessly gave the ball away and gave Arsenal a chance. I don't know what he was doing there. Firmino won the header, but it didn't go out of play. I'm going to change that to control. I think we're leaving ourselves a little bit open. I left on attacking from the last game and didn't realise. I'm not going to lie. Okay, so we're going at half-time at 0-0. Very, very quiet first half. To be honest, Arsenal have probably had the better of the highlights. Statistically, we're fairly even. We're not going to make any changes. We'll get out into the second half and hopefully we can snatch a victory from this game. So, first highlight of the second half, check with a goal kick. Bailey wins the header. It's only as far as Santi Cazorla, who gets the ball through. Fosu-Mensah with a good interception. Koscielny wins the header. It's Fred now to Pogba. Pogba out wide to Mkhitaryan. Mkhitaryan to Raphael. It's a good chance here. Raphael into the box. It's Paulo Dybala. It's off the post and then cleared away by Monreal. I'm going to make a change actually. Rashford's not impressing me at all, so I'm going to bring Depay on. Depay's always reliable. Rashford's just been playing really well recently, hence why he started today. I'm going to change Fred for Renato Sanchez as well, see if he can come on and make a bit of an impact. Second half's been a bit slow. Statistically, we've taken charge of the game by the looks of it, so I am going to go attacking again, see if we can snatch a winner. Let's check with a goal kick. Welbeck flicks that on, but Bailey will collect. Bailey gives it to Raphael, to Renato Sanchez. Sanchez gives it to Dybala. Dybala skips through the middle, gets the shot away, saved by Cech and cleared by Mertesacker. It's gone out for a throw-in, but is the highlight going to kick me off? I thought it was going to. Memphis with a free kick into the box. Bailey was at the back post, Cech's dropped it and Dybala's finished it, but it's not going to count. Eric Bailly was offside. I got a bit excited then and I noticed the assistant referee, the linesman, was not moving. And that always means the goal's been disallowed. Gutted. Otto to Chamberlain. Chamberlain to Frances Coquelin. To Santi Cazorla. Ozil now to Chamberlain. Chamberlain finds Giroud. Giroud finds Ozil. Chance for Arsenal. Mesut Ozil. It's over the bar. I'm going to make the final change. I cannot believe that didn't count. I'm going to bring on Mata for Correa. I think Mata's our best option from the bench. I don't want to change anything defensively because our defence has been solid. So we'll see if Mata can come on and make a difference for us. The point's not a bad result because it keeps us 8 points clear. I know we're at home. I know we're on top. But I'll take a point. It's Mkhitaryan now. Chance for us to counter. It's a poor ball, but Mata, that's probably a good thing. Memphis to Paulo Dybala. 1-0. That one does count. Surely now we've got 3 points. Fantastic counter-attack. It was a poor pass actually across from Mkhitaryan to Mata. But I think that actually worked out for the best because it opened up the pass to Memphis Depay. Whereas if the pass was in front of Mata, he probably would have struggled to find Depay. And then Dybala finished it. 1-0. Lovely stuff. Check with a goal kick. Looks like the highlights aren't over just yet. Welbeck wins the header to Giroud. Back to Danny Welbeck. Raphael wins the tackle. Mata now. Chance for us to counter again. Mata with a lovely ball to Memphis Depay. Depay again. Cuts it across the box. Paulo Dybala. It's just like an exact replay of the first goal. Another counter-attack. Another cross the... It was a bit of a sweaty goal. If you play FIFA, you'll know what I mean. If you don't, well, sorry, you won't know what that is. But Memphis Depay runs through, plays the ball across the goal, and Dybala taps it into an empty net. 2-0. So Luke Shaw with a throw-in. Gives it away to Chamberlain, but he just gives it straight back to Luke Shaw. Shaw to Fosu-Mensah. To Paul Pogba. Renato Sanchez to Mata. Mata through to Dybala. Dybala, chance for a hat-trick, saved by Cech. Mkhitaryan should have scored there. Considering at 80 minutes it was 0-0, that should have been 3-0. Cech plays the ball long, doesn't look like the highlight's quite over. It's not over, because there goes the full-time whistle. Manchester United 2, Arsenal 0. We go 11 points clear of Arsenal. Let's have a look how everyone else around us got on, and see how the table's looking before we move on to the next game. Right guys, so as you can see, the other games around us have now been played. So the top, City have still got to play, so they could get a little bit closer to us, but as things stand, we're 11 points clear at the top of the league. That's absolutely brilliant, considering how we were at the last episode. City, if they win their game in hand, they'll go to 47 points, so we'll still be 9 points ahead. 15 games remaining, so there's plenty of time. But I think we're looking like we're in a very, very comfortable position. So as I mentioned, I'm going to go away and play the first leg of the EFL Cup against West Ham, and then I'll be back with you for the away game against Chelsea. Right guys, as you can see, I've played the West Ham game. Very comfortable 3-0 win. Rashford got 2 goals and Barbosa got 1. So we'll take a 3-0 lead into the second leg. Fairly confident now that we can progress into the final again. Hopefully we won't get beat like we did last season. So without further ado, let's get into the game against Chelsea. I will quickly show you how we're going to be lining up. Okay guys, so this is how we're going to line up for the Chelsea game. David De Gea in goal, Raphael, Bailey, Fosu-Mensah and Shaw are the back 4. Fred and Pogba in midfield, Mkhitaryan on the right, Memphis on the left and Correa behind Dybala. So let's get into the game and hopefully we can get 3 points from Stamford Bridge. So Memphis with a free kick, into the box, headed away by Kurt Zouma. Musonda will pick that up. Musonda to Willian. Willian finds Diego Costa. Costa looks for Fabinho. Loads of room on his right hand side. It's Willian now. Cuts it across the goal. Charlie Musonda, and that's 1-0 Chelsea. That's not the start that we were looking for. And Memphis Depay has picked up an injury as well, which is not what we were after. For some reason it didn't show me a highlight of that goal. It's a bit strange. I wonder if it's because there was an injury as well. So I'm going to have to take him off. I'll bring on Marcus Rashford. Not what we're looking for. Depay's one of our game changers, so hopefully Rashford can come on and make a similar impact. So Fred on the ball to Correa. Correa through to Dybala. Dybala gets the ball across the box. Correa wins the header. 1-1. That's the reaction we wanted. I was wondering where Dybala was going with that, but luckily he turned on it, got the ball across, and Correa nodded. I think it was a header, looked like a header, headed it home. We'll find out now. So Dybala was running it out of the box, turned, got the ball back in. Correa with the header, a cross goal, lovely header, nicely placed, and it's 1-1. So a corner throw into Chelsea, David Luiz into the box, De Gea comes out and collects it. I'm assuming that's not the end of the highlight. So De Gea goes long, Zouma wins the header, Pogba now wins the second header, Correa back to Pogba, Pogba to Rashford, Rashford to Correa is tackled but Dybala to Fred, back to Dybala, Dybala through to Rashford, Rashford gets the shot away and we take the lead, 2-1 Manchester United, a little bit lucky but we'll take it, it's 2-1. So Dybala was on the ball, he got tackled and it just bounced back off him. Rashford picked the ball up, loads of space in that bottom corner, he finds it and it's 2-1. So Pogba on the ball now, back to Fosu-Mensah, gives the ball away to Fabregas, Fabregas looking for Diego Costa, Diego Costa gets the shot away and it's saved by De Gea. Fabinho wins the header but only as far as Pogba. Kante tried to clear it but it just hit Pogba, Pogba gets the shot away, saved by Courtois. So Mkhitaryan into the box, Zouma heads it away but Raphael can pick this up. Raphael to Fred. Fred back to Bailey. Bailey to Raphael. Raphael back to Fred. Fred to Bailey. Bailey to Raphael. Raphael hits Azpilicueta and Sigurdsson can get this to Kante. Kante to Costa. Chance for Chelsea to break. Costa gets the shot away and it's wide of the goal. De Gea with a goal kick. Azpilicueta wins the header. It's hit the back of Musonda. Mkhitaryan couldn't do anything with it. Fabregas now to Sigurdsson to Diego Costa. Kante back to Costa to Sigurdsson. Musonda now. Back to Sigurdsson, to Diego Costa. Lots of passing round at the edge of the box. Willian to Kante. Kante across the goal. Musonda's there again. And he gets his second of the game. Very, very similar to the first goal, actually. So Kante broke through, got the ball across the box, and Musonda was at the back post to head it home. Very, very similar to the first goal, and it's 2-2. So we're going at half time at 2-2. Very even first half, actually. I'm a little bit disappointed that we've conceded 2 goals, but it happens. I'm not going to make any changes. We'll get them out into the second half, and hopefully we can snatch a win from this game. Dybala with a free kick to Mkhitaryan. Out to Raphael, into the box. Correa was there. Drops to Rashford. Back to Dybala. Saved by Courtois. It's cleared, but Fred picks it up. His effort was blocked. Fabregas gives it to Sigurdsson. Sigurdsson skips past Fred. Fred fouls him in the end. It's a free kick. Fred's in trouble here. He's going to get booked, hopefully, and he's not going to get sent off. That's only a warning. That's alright. So a free kick to be taken by Marcos Alonso. Gives it to Sigurdsson. It's Fabinho back to Zuma. Zuma to Kante. Kante all the way back to Zuma again. Very defensive football from Chelsea. Azpilicueta to Kante. Tackled by Luke Shaw. Correa now to Fred. To Luke Shaw. It's Rashford now to run with it. Gives it to Pogba. Pogba out wide to Mkhitaryan. Don't know why Raphael isn't going on the overlap, he's supposed to. Correa now looks for Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw finds Fred. Fred to Mkhitaryan. Tackled and Fabinho can get it clear. Sigurdsson, it's intercepted by Bailey to Pogba. May still be a chance here. Pogba gets the shot away, and what a goal that is. Oh my word. Pogba on his left foot just absolutely let go there, and it flew into the top corner. Let's have a look at this in 3D. Oh my word, I did not expect that to go in. Turned past his defender, got a little bit of space, and look at that for a hit. Courtois probably should have done better, but what a goal. Goal of the season contender. Courtois with a goal kick. Marcos Alonso wins the header. Sigurdsson now through to Kante. N'Golo Kante is wide. So Courtois with a free kick. Bailey wins the header, but only as far as Fabinho. Fabregas looks for the ball over the top for Gylfi Sigurdsson. Saved by De Gea. Batshuayi picks it up now. Ball hits into Shaw. Drops to Pogba. Now it's Correa to Fred. That's the end of the highlight. Let's make a quick change. Very happy so far. I'm going to take off Luke Shaw because he's not having the best of games. And I'm going to bring on... I'm going to actually... Let me confirm that change can come on, and then in about 5 minutes I'm going to take off Correa and I'm going to bring on a defensive midfielder. Fabregas with a corner. Pogba heads it away. We'll make that change now quickly. So I'm going to take off Correa, bring on Camacho and bring him back to defensive midfield. Just try and be a little bit more defensive. So Sigurdsson now loses the ball. Mkhitaryan picks that up, goes back to De Gea. De Gea gives it away. Marcos Alonso though, but Bailey picks that up. Looks for Rashford. Azpilicueta can get there. It's Batshuayi now. Finds Azpilicueta. To Fabinho. To Kante. Fabregas. Sigurdsson. Finds Fabinho. Fabinho skips past his man and gets Chelsea back on level terms. It's been a hell of a game, this. Considering it's at Stamford Bridge as well. I think I'll take a point, but with us having the lead twice in this game, I will be a bit disappointed if we don't win. It's a nice finish from Fabinho though, considering he's a right back / defensive midfielder. So Willems with a throw in here, possibly another chance. Willems into the box, Kante heads it away. Mkhitaryan picks that up, gives it to Fred. Rashford gets the shot away, 4-3. Wow, this is an unbelievable game. What a goal from Rashford. Mkhitaryan with the ball to Fred. Fred through the gap to Rashford, hits it first time, into the bottom corner. What a goal. Now let's just see this out. Let's not concede any more goals. So Dybala with a free kick into the box. It's headed away. Rashford can pick that up. Rashford back to Raphael. To Pogba. Pogba finds Fred. Fred down to Jetro Willems to Marcus Rashford. That was a nice ball, that, but it was cut out well. Kante with the tackle to Fabinho now. That is won by Camacho. Willems to Pogba. That's exactly why I brought Camacho on. Fabinho wins the tackle. Fabregas over the top to Batshuayi. Batshuayi runs past Luke Shaw. Luckily, it's saved by De Gea. Luke Shaw should have been doing better there. So Dybala with a free kick. Out wide to Willems. Willems tries to get the cross in. It's blocked. It's out for a corner. It's gone past the 2 minutes of added time. There goes the full-time whistle. Chelsea 3, Man United 4. What a win that is. Let's take a quick look at the league table before we end this episode. So as things stand, we are 14 points clear. Obviously, pretty much every team below us other than Hull City and Chelsea, obviously. And Watford have got a game in hand. So, a bit of a chance for them to gain a few points, but we will be a minimum of 11 points clear after this game. After this game week, should I say. So, it's a fantastic way to end this episode. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.